Myself Ajit Pratap Singh. Today in this video of class 8th science, I'll tell you about how we can increase crop produce and what is the impact of more production in crops. Okay, students. Apart from this, I'll let you know about hybridization process and also about the revolution. Okay, so let's start with increasing crop production or how we can increase the crop produce. Students, as we all know that India is a very big country, and if we want to feed the every person uh, available in our country, then we have to increase the crop production, and we have to increase the food grain production especially, so that every person can eat the food which is required. Okay, students. And one method of doing this is if we increase the land under cultivation, then it can be done. While this has happened in the past few decades, we cannot indefinitely go on increasing farmlands, as this leads to environmental problems such as soil erosion. So soil erosion can also take place. So we have to also keep this thing in mind that the soil should not be eroded. You must be knowing what is soil erosion. The removal of soil from a particular area due to some regions, due to, we can say, the heavy AF, is known as soil erosion, or due to heavy rainfall as well. Also, if the forests are cut down to get more land for farming, then also it leads to even greater environmental problems. So if we will cut the forest also, which can be used for farming, then it will lead to the even more environmental problems, because as we all know that forests provide us the all important life gas that is known as oxygen. Apart from this, from forest we get lot of things, lot of other products also, like wood, fruits, and most importantly, the animals most of the wild animals live in the forests. And apart from this, most of the other animals also, most of the birds also live in the forest. So it will create lot of problems in the environment. So we cannot cut lot of forests also, because it will lead to the environmental problems. Okay, now the next slide. Improvement in the method of agriculture which we have discussed till now is the most suitable alternative to increase crop production. So if we will improve our method of agriculture, then we can improve our, our crop production also. So this is the most suitable alternative available for us. Okay, students. How it can be done? It can be done by providing better irrigation facilities. Irrigation meaning providing water to the crop. Proper use of manures and fertilizers. So we have to use properly the manures and fertilizers, which is urea and DAP, in order to increase the growth of the plants. Use of natural methods of replenishing nutrients in the soil. So we have to use natural methods also, so that we can mix nutrients in the soil. Using better methods of protection from weeds, pests and diseases, and increasing the use of modern agriculture implements, etc., will help in improving the crop production. So these are few things by which we can increase the production of crop, and it will not also create lot of environmental problems as well. By providing better storage methods, we can reduce wastage of food grain. So if we will store the grains like wheat and maize properly, then also we can reduce the wastage of food grains. Recently, increase in the crop production has come about from using variety of crops which give us higher production. Okay, so we have to grow those crops, or we have to use those varieties of the seeds of grains like wheat, which give us the higher production, because lot of varieties, lot of kind of seeds are available in the market. So we have to purchase the right amount of seed which can give you the better production of the grains. In the future also, the development of still better varieties is expected to be the main method of increasing crop output. So the better varieties has to be chosen by the farmers, so that they can increase the production of food grains, and so that the every people in the country in India can be fed with the grains. And this can be done by the process called plant breeding. Okay, the different varieties can be obtained from the process of plant breeding. Breeding means production or producing offsprings of the main plant or main seeds. Scientists have controlled the reproduction in plants and animals so that they have the required characteristics which make them more useful. So scientist has the role to play as well in this. The next one is hybridization. Hybridization is a process, as we all know, in which the new varieties of crops are developed by crossing breed of two different varieties. So in hybridization, if we will cross two different varieties of crops, then that crop at the end will have the characteristics of both the varieties. Okay, so by cross breeding, a new variety can be made to have the desired characteristics from both parents. So we can have the characteristics of both parents in the same seed. Suppose scientists want to develop a new crop having some desired characteristics, for example, high yield and resistance to disease. Then they select two varieties, one having high yield and other having resistance to disease. Cross breeding between the two varieties is done in order to develop one variety which has both the desired characteristics. So cross breeding is a great method of doing so. To prevent self fertilization, anthers of one variety of plants are removed by the process called emasculation. Then pollens from the other varieties of plants are transferred to the stigma of emasculated flowers of the first variety of plants. This process is then repeated for several generations to get the desired characteristics in the seed. This seed is called stalk of the new variety. I have the last slide. Once it is achieved, the scientists may try to develop another useful characteristics also, like greater resistance to pests. Producing plant hybrids can be a long and tedious process. The green revolution of the 1960s and 70s in India is a great method that was brought about by importing high yielding varieties of wheat from Mexico. Besides giving high yield, the plants were smaller and stronger as well. So this was the main feature of those plants and had better response to fertilizers. However, these varieties required more water and fertilizers. So this was also weakness of those plants, of those varieties, and also required frequent weeding. The effect of the green revolution on production of food grains is clearly seen in the desired table, and considerable research in this process in the field is going on. Dr. M.S. Swaminathan was the founder of the Green Revolution in India. So that's it in this video. Have a